Hello, this is Tim from Alpha Herps. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do a cutting video, and then I'm going to show you the mom and dad. We're going to cut the eggs of the clutch, and then the video is going to be extended to show a cleanup video of those babies, and then eventually their first shed. So first thing I want to do is I bred a female pastel clown. She's a 2015 pastel clown. To a male that I produced in 2015, a Killerbee Fire. So that's the mom, and this is the dad, and this is the mom. So all the babies will be het for clown. All the babies should have at least pastel, since this is a super pastel fire spider. So now I'm going to bring the eggs down and we'll cut the eggs. These eggs were laid on May 22nd, 2018, and today is July 13th, 2018. So these eggs are 52 days old. And as you can see, they're quite dimpled. This is not unusual with the eggs that that I have produced. Okay, so first we're going to make a little slit. Okay, so this first baby, okay, so this one looks really white, which usually is an indication that it could be super pastel. The spider stripes are very low colored brown, so that actually might be a Killerbee Fire, which would be really incredible. Again, 100% het for clown. Okay, so far the odds look good. It's definitely super pastel something. So it could be a Killerbee. It could be the only thing I think that one could possibly be is a Killerbee or a Killerbee Fire, because the Fire Bees have a lot darker black. Okay, so let's see this next one. Let me get a little bit deeper of a cut. Okay. All right, so this one looks a lot more, as you can see, the black is a lot darker. You can see a little bit of the head, which is cool. So this is definitely either again a Killerbee, or it could be a Bumblebee. It's a little bit light. We'll have to see what we get next. But those are definitely two spiders, at least. So far, really great odds. The snakes look healthy, which is the #1 priority. Okay. Let's see what this guy is. Okay, this guy. Now this guy, so this guy looks more, no spider here, so this is definitely a pastel, potentially a super pastel, or potentially a firefly. I see a lot of blushing, and that could be a super pastel or a firefly. Very nice, very sweet, beautiful. Okay. Okay, on to, these are still stuck together. See how they come off really, really easily at this stage. Okay, on to egg number 4. Oops, whoa, that one's lined. Okay.
Oh, it's green.
Okay, so this one, again, looks like another potential firefly or super pastel. It looks really blushed. It looks really blushed. I'd have to see the head in order to know for sure what's next. Okay, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out. So on to egg number 5. Again, these are all 100% head for clown. A little bit of blood, that's just the blood vessel, that's just the vein. It's not actually hurting this thing. Okay, here's another really, really light one. So this one, oh, this one could be, this one is definitely either a super pastel or a superfly. Superfly is really what I'm ideally going for. This is very blushed out and it's very light and there's no spider in it whatsoever. That looks like that could be a superfly. That would be awesome. Or a super pastel. There's so much blushing. Okay. Let's see, this one looks like it has to come out. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, this one just looks like potentially just a pastel, which would be great for comparison. Great for comparisons. This one looks like it's a pastel. It's either a pastel or a firefly. We'll know for sure. But if that's a firefly, then that means these ones must be, one of these must be a super pastel, because it's definitely a lot less blushing. It's a lot darker. So I'm sure this is a pastel, but we'll see when they come out. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I will continue this video once all the babies are out of the egg, and we'll do a cleanup video then. Hello, we're back for the cleanup video. So this is now day 57. The babies are now completely out of the egg, what I'll do is I'm going to go through each one and talk a little bit about what I feel like the combo is and why. So the first one I want to start is this one, and this I believe is a firefly, and the reason why I think that's true is one, the head is really blushed, and the yellows are a really deep yellow. The pattern is very clean, not a lot of speckles, and the blacks are very black. So let's see what we have from a male-female perspective. Okay, so this one looks like it's a girl. This one looks like a girl. Awesome. So this is a female firefly, 100% head for clown. I will be selling her. The next ones I want to look at are what I believe to be two super pastels, and some of the subtle differences between these two. One, there's a lot more oranges on the super pastel, while the firefly is just really bright yellow. This yellow will intensify as she grows up. What makes this different than a pastel, obviously, is one, it's a lot more yellow. It has a lot of blushing on the dorsal, and its head, as you can see, is very blushed out. So this is a super pastel, 100% het clown as well. And let's see what we have here. This one, difficult to really tell in the dark. I believe this one looks like a boy. Yep, this is a boy. As you can see, the hemipenes, that's a boy. So we have a male super pastel het for clown and a female firefly het for clown. The super pastels will also be for sale. Now this is another super pastel. As you can see, they're very, very similar between the two super pastels. Again, this one has a really nice pattern on it. Lots of blushing on the dorsal, lots of blushing on the head. Again, very different than the firefly when you put them close together. Not a lot of blushing on the dorsal of the firefly, just a lot of jet black. See what we get from, wow, really, these babies are really strong. Okay, let's see. Okay, this looks like another, well, I think this is a female. So that's a female. No hemipenes from what I can tell, but I will sex these again. Again, that's for sale also. So we're looking at two females right now and a male. Okay, the next one I want to go through is what I believe to be a Bumblebee. Okay, so this one was the one that I thought was had super pastel in it. I thought this was going to turn out to be a Killerbee. Then when it was in the egg, I saw how dark the black was, and I thought it was going to be a Firebee. But now that it's out, based on the fact that it has a lot of spotting, there's a lot of white underneath, I feel like this is just a Bumblebee, which is a pastel spider, which is still always good to get bumblebees. Always love bumblebees. And let's see, this one looks like it is a female. This one I believe to be a female Bumblebee. Okay, and that will be for sale as well. Now let's look at the other two, and I really feel like I hit really good odds. First off, this one, which is a super fly. So as you can see, this has pastel, super pastel, and fire. So you can see the real difference between the super pastel. Just a lot more blushing on the dorsal. The yellows are a lot more faded, a lot less bright, and the head is just really white. Really excited. My first super fly. I've done this combo 3 times. This is the first time I've hit it. And this one I've already sexed. This one I know it's a male. And there's the hemipenes, and that's a male. Okay, so this one's staying here. And last, but obviously not least, this is all genes in one. This is a Killerbee Fire. Okay, so if you look at the difference between the Killerbee Fighter and the Bumblebee, you see how different they are. Essentially, this is just the super pastel, but with the spider gene mixed in. And what it does is this is the same as the dad. If you look at the beginning of the video, the dad is very yellow, so this will really yellow out over time. You see the spider striping is very faded, and the head is very white. So this is a Killerbee Fire. Again, these are all 100% het for clown. Whoa. And this is a female. This is a female. Okay, so she will be staying here as well. So that's it. The next and final part of this video will be once they all shed out, we'll look at the colors again, and then that's it. Thank you very much. Hello. Today is July 31st. These snakes shed out about 5 days ago. I was away, so I was unable to do the video exactly at that time. But what I wanted to do in this installment is just, again, walk through each one. Now you can really see how vibrant the colors are. So first I want to correct a mistake that I made in the last session about the Killerbee Fire. I had said that it was a super pastel plus spider. This Killerbee Fire is a super fly plus spider. So that's just correcting that one mistake I made. So here you can see the Superfly has gotten a lot softer yellows compared to the Super Pastel. I mean, these snakes are really popping. It's a lot more colorful than it was the last time I did this combo. I think it may have something to do with possibly the Het Clown influence. I don't really know. But these Super Pastels look almost fluorescent. I mean, the colors are amazing. So again, the differences between Super Pastel and Fireflies are subtle, but I think you can clearly see the Firefly continues to brighten up its yellow, while the Super Pastel has a lot more oranges in the alien heads. I've also decided since the last video that I'm going to be keeping my Superfly and my Killerbee Fire, as well as my female Super Pastel and my female Firefly, but I am going to be letting go this Super Pastel male, who's just incredible looking, and this Bumblebee. So this is definitely a Bumblebee. This is a female, again, 100% het for clown. Yes, I will be letting both of these. Go. But all in all, I'm extremely happy with the clutch. Hopefully you like this format of seeing the parents, the egg cutting, the cleanup video, and then sort of post shed all in one. Thank you very much for watching.